I shot myself in the foot. Literally. That's a funny story I'll share with you. I'm just driving back from Cleveland, going back to Georgia, 11-hour drive. I figured I'd just share some fun stories. You might not find them funny. I do, and it's fun to talk about it. Anyway, what else am I going to do is sit here and look at Mount Carmel, Grove City. Okay, it's a hospital. I'm not trying to go to the hospital, but thank you, Mount Carmel, Grove City, for being there. Don't know the first thing about you. This is south of Columbus, by the way. How dare they name a city after Christopher Columbus, that genocidal maniac? Because no one else ever did anything other than those white Europeans. Everybody else was living in harmony until these white Europeans showed up. It's so stupid. I thought history is written by the victors. Well, if history is written by the victors, how come our history is always saying how bad it was for the colonials? And everybody else was great. Everyone else was pure, living in harmony with nature, until these white people showed up. Anyway, so yeah, VA office. There you go, or VA, whatever. When I was in Ranger School, this is 1990. So we're in the mountain phase. I had already been recycled. So it's basically it used to be 4 phases of Ranger School. I only made it through 2. All right, so there's the Fort Benning phase, the Dahlonega phase, the mountain phase, and both in Georgia. And then there's a Utah phase and a Florida phase, which is swamps, and Utah phase, which is desert. I don't think they do all 4 anymore. I don't know. I don't know. And I never made it to Florida. I never made it to the desert. I just made it through the mountain phase twice. But I got recycled. So ultimately, I just said I'm not gonna pass this. I'm done. I quit. I said I'm done. I've done all I can. Not doing it anymore. Anyway, so the problem is the Benning phase, which is just a freaking dude. You just want to kill yourself. It sucks. So I did that twice. You don't get any food, you don't get any sleep. It just sucks, dude. And then they give you like a day in reprieve before you go to the next phase in mountains, where you get to like go and like me and this guy named Valverde, we went to some all you can eat. There's a steakhouse in Columbus, Georgia, and you'd eat it. You haven't eaten, your stomach literally shrinks. So you go and you eat a steak, and like you think you can like before you went to Ranger School, and you can't. Your stomach shrank. So you go there, you go in the bathroom, you puke what you eat it up, and then you come back and eat some more, and then you go back and puke it up because you think you can eat this 16-pound freaking sirloin. You can't because you lose so much weight. Wait, so you get about a day of reprieve, then you're going back to back in. So you're going up to Dahlonega, and so you're not back to where you were. You still haven't slept. You're still tired as can be. You're still hungry as can be. It's now you're in Dahlonega. Anyway, so you're out there for like 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks at a time. And the last week you're out in the field trying to figure out, I can't remember, just doing all these patrols and stuff. And this is where if you don't pass, like me, you get recycled. So ultimately you got to lead a patrol. So I was a turd sandwich in my patrol. I said, dude, it was like it was a joke. I said, I don't even know where. The guy's like, the ranger instructor's like, here's a map. Figure out how to get us back to where our freaking barracks were. I said, dude, are we even in the United States anymore? That's how like delusional you are after not being able to sleep. It's raining on me. It's not cold. It's the summertime, but I'm under a poncho and I'm just like, I cannot stay awake because you don't get any sleep. I'm just like, whatever. So I just start basically going, and I'm like, dude, I don't know where I am. Ultimately, the ranger instructor's like, dude, all right, you fail, and he gets somebody else, which is fine. Because I was like, at this stage, I'm like, dude, I'm not cut out for this. It's fine. But we still got to get back. And so they give it to another guy in my class, and they say, okay, you get us back here. And I can't remember if the guy knew what he was doing. I don't remember. But I'm literally this is my 4th phase. All right, and I'm so tired. You're walking and you're hallucinating. I don't know if other people experience going without sleep, but you start having these things. It's weird, man. You're like hallucinating. At least this is me. I mean, literally, you get like 3 hours of sleep a night or something. I can't remember the whole thing. Like 1 meal a day, maybe 1.5 meal a day, 3 hours sleep. This is like, I've been now here for 2 months doing this, and I'm just like, I just never forget. It's the middle of the night. We're in the mountains of Georgia. It's raining on us. And you're just walking. I'm like hallucinating. It's like you're just walking, hallucinating. It's not like you kind of know where you are, but you're just like your mind is not. It's like almost like an out of body experience. It's not. It's like, oh man, I'm Joe Rogan on LSD or whatever the hell he does, DMT. It's not like that, but it's It's not like you're right there. It's weird, man. I'll never get that. Anyway, all of a sudden I had this feeling, this like thought came up. What happens if you shot yourself? And now we have blanks. These aren't real rounds. These are blanks. But I just remember thinking that. So what happens if you shot yourself? I said, I don't know. I'm not like trying to put to my head, you know what I'm saying? But it just started. It's weird, man. It just kind of took over. So we're stopped at one point, you know, because the guy had to figure out the maps where we were and whatnot. And I'm just like standing. They're all just standing there. Everyone's just a zombie. And next thing I know, I'm like, just pull the trigger. So I had my rifle with a barrel against my boot, on top of my boot. And I said, what happens if you pull the trigger? It's the weirdest thing, man, because it's like, I knew we had blanks. I knew it was a live round. But I said, still, I mean, you're pulling the trigger. There's still like a round going off. I mean, it's still got to like light. You know, there's got to be an explosion, you know what I'm saying, of some sort. I said, what happens? And I just pulled the trigger. It's the weirdest thing. And it was like so quiet. And it's just like, everyone's like, holy crap. It was weird, man. And sadly, this guy, so this ranger instructor, he said, oh, man down. All right, guy who's in charge, you got to figure out how to not only get us back to the barracks, but figure out how to carry the soldier down, bring the soldier home. We can't leave him behind. So there's this Panamanian guy with us. I can't remember the guy's name. Nice guy, actually. And he had to carry me back. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. He's like, dude, he was pissed at me. He's like, I can't believe you did that. I said, dude, I was just hallucinating, man. Oh my goodness. So he had to carry me back. Funny is, I mean, it wasn't funny for him. Now it might have been 100 meters away from our barracks. I can't remember, dude. I just literally, is one of those things that's completely, I just remember shooting myself, and I remember this Panamanian guy had to carry me back, and that's literally all I can remember. I don't remember anything else. Isn't that crazy? So anyway, we get back and we're clearing our weapons. You know, they were just basically, so we're back from our patrol. We finally make it back that night, and we're clearing our weapons. And I have this lieutenant next to me, and you don't have rank in Ranger School, but we all know. Like was that a Spec 4 or was that E3? I think it must have been a Spec 4, E4. Maybe it was an E3. Actually, I don't recall. Anyway, but I had a lieutenant next to me. I remember this guy, and he and I we're kind of buddies, and he was kind of like me, a turd sandwich. And so he's clearing his rounds. So we're in formation. You're clearing your rounds. What you got to do is you pull the back. I can't remember what it's called. The handle, whatever it's called, the back, just to make sure there's no round in your rifle. And instead of pulling it back, so he's literally next to me, and he's got his rifle like right up, kind of like, I don't know, 6 inches away from my ear, like right here. And for some reason, he pulls a trigger. It's right against my ear. I mean, was it against, like, 6 inches, a foot away or something like that from my right ear? And instead of pulling back the handle, what the hell is it, man? Anyway, it's like a handle you got to pull back to bring the bolt back to see if there's a round down. If there's a round in your rifle, it'll fall out when you pull the handle back. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, so he, instead of pulling it back to clear the round, he fired right there. I was like, bah! And I mean, it didn't make me deaf or anything, but I mean, it hurt. I don't know if it was like shrapnel or whatever it was, not much, but I mean, it hurt, man. I'll never forget. It's like, dude, what the hell? Anyway, that's how I shot myself. And that same night, I got shot by a lieutenant, and I don't know whatever happened to him. Because when I got done with that, I was like, I'm done. I just told the RE, he goes, all right, because we have to, you do these called reports, peer review reports. And I said, I'm done. I told the RI, the Ranger Instructor, I'm done. I don't even care. He goes, you sure? You'll never be able to come back. I said, trust me, dude, I ain't never come back this thing. This is for people who are better soldiers than me. And you don't want me in here because I am a turd sandwich. That's just a fact. You want to give me a map and try to get me out of the woods? Hell no. Now, you give me a map on how to find some T-bone, not T-bone, some ribeye, I can do that. But find me a map to get back to the barracks? Or give me a map to find where the freaking Viet Cong are? Hell no, I'm running away from that. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you while I'm driving. 10 more hours. God bless. We'll see you.